Hey there, and welcome to today's Medical Sales Leader. I'm your host, Claire Davis, and I am so glad that you're here. I find that people tend to bump into each other because they are meant to through our life, in our career. And the fact that you are here listening to this video or audio means a lot to me, because it says that you are the kind of person who is open and excited about learning new ways to do medical sales. So let's talk a little bit about what this podcast is all about, because what I am really certain of is if we want to see real change in our life and in our careers, we have to be willing to change and try new things ourselves. And quick story, this came about because of a massive upheaval in my own career, which is why now I coach people in medical sales to thrive in their career and to land any job that they set their sights on through these modern methods. And the way that I arrived here wasn't pretty. I actually was laid off 4 times myself. But what I realized after all of those hardships was that it was the most clarifying, fastest, most intense crash course in how to get back in a career that pays beautifully, that thrills me, that fulfills me, and in record time doing it. Because once you have to do something over and over, don't you just get a little bit better at it each time? Of course you do. So that's what I'm here to share with you in this podcast. I know for a fact that when we tend to do things the same way that we always have, that sometimes it can be unfulfilling. And I see so many incredible medical sales professionals and providers and sales professionals out there who are reading the old books, right? And some of those things can still apply, but it's the ones who I find are willing to take the risk, to try new things, to get out there and fail a little to win a lot, that see their momentum absolutely skyrocket. So that's what we're here today. I'm so excited you're joining me here on today's Medical Sales Leader. And if you would take a moment, hit subscribe so that you don't miss a single episode. So let me tell you what this is going to look like. It's going to be right here in my office. The scenery might change, the lighting might change, the name might change. But what won't change is my dedication to bringing you fresh ideas from experts in their field. So I'm going to have incredible medical sales professionals on. We're going to have providers who are dedicated to enhancing their patients' experience by letting them know about the actual value that patients get by working with them. That's exciting, right? We're going to hear from marketing professionals. We're going to hear from top sales coaches, and we're going to hear from job search experts from all over LinkedIn who are willing to generously share with you the things that have worked for them and the things that they're trying in the field and the ways that they're doing business differently that their clients absolutely love them for. So my goal for you after watching and listening to this podcast is that you walk away with some renewed confidence. Because listen, medical sales is really tough. It's very rewarding, but it's an incredibly tough, challenging, demanding career. And sometimes that can be crushing if we feel like we're not performing and where we're focusing on those rankings and we're not sure what to try next. Or if we've exhausted our company training and we're looking for some new ideas. And so that's what I'm hoping to bring you in this show. I want you to get really clear about what you're great at. I want you to be enlightened and inspired by people who are willing to share their story about their hardships, their failures, their wins, and everything in between so that you can try some of their methods too. And I want you to find community, because if there's one thing I know for sure, it's this. If you want to go faster, if you want to grow faster, you've got to do it as a group. You've got to find those people who will fill you up and who will get excited about your mission and cheer you on those days where it gets really hard. And when you build that community, like the people who are going to be showing up on this show and engaging in the comments and leaving reviews and connecting with all of us on LinkedIn, if you don't know yet, that's basically where I live. I live on LinkedIn. So find me over on LinkedIn today, connect with me. I cannot wait to meet you. But what I can tell you for sure is that in life, in business, in parenting, in everything, in getting into an absolutely impossible academic center in Sacramento, the way to do it is by deep diving and investing in your community and growing together. So that's what I hope for you. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad you're here. And if we haven't met, my name is Claire Davis. And my story, to keep it short, is I was in the recruiting business for a pharmaceutical sales for about 10 years. And then I ended up getting into the medical sales industry myself. And I loved it. It took me one day in the field, in the OR, watching surgery for me to be hooked for life. Have you ever felt that way? Like you just landed into this incredible industry or situation and you're thinking, wow, why didn't I think this was for me before now? So I loved my career. And after about a year, my company went through a company-wide layoff. And so it was crushing for me. And I didn't know what to do. And my confidence was absolutely at zero. And so I connected with some mentors who showed me how to network really well and to get out of my own way and to get over the stress and the chaos of it so that I could move forward in my career. I ended up going into marketing for a while, absolutely loved it, got laid off there too. Because it was 2008 and all of our clients were home improvement. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, like how does this woman know how to get back into the industry? It's because I've had to do it over and over and over again. And I've had some really generous, wonderful mentors who have. And so I went on through my career, lo and behold, 2 more layoffs were ahead. In fact, almost a 5th. But by that time, I was actually phasing out to retire and raise my children. I just had my 2nd baby and I was so excited. So let's get back to what I want you to be able to use this show for. Number 1, consider this time we have together, this 15, 20 minutes, something you can binge between sales calls, something you can flip on and chat with your if you're on a long ride along and you want to pop in one of these episodes and then chat about it while you're riding along in the car, that's a perfect way to use this specific podcast. I want to start conversations. I want to spark ideas in your mind, and I want to introduce you to some of the most incredible, generous, wonderful people that I know, that I've bumped into in the industry and on LinkedIn, who want to give people fresh ideas so that they can take them and run with them in the field. So if you're up against real challenge, if your confidence has taken a hit and you really need to get that mojo back, if you're looking for some fresh ideas to try, if you think that social media might actually be less of a time waster and more of a way to market yourself and your products to your customers and to connect with people, you are right and you are in the right place. And I'm so excited that you are here. So please tune in. If you have a second, make sure that you subscribe to this podcast so that we can chat together every week and I can introduce some people to you and some concepts to you that can help you thrive in your life, your career, and in the field that you love of healthcare. And at the end of the day, the better that you get in your job, the more effective that you are at reaching your providers and getting your product and getting your knowledge out there, the healthier our community will be. That's what I want you to think about today. I've been in this industry a really long time, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that people who are in this industry are meant to be here. You have a purpose to touch patient lives. So whether that's selling a pharmaceutical, whether that's promoting a knee implant, or whether that's actually being a provider yourself and maybe even struggling as an independent provider and trying to maintain your private practice in a world of managed care. Whoever you are, if you are within this industry, you are meant to be here. And I'm so happy you are. Take the time today. Please subscribe. I am so glad you're here. Feel free also to share this with someone who needs a little inspiration today. Because as a community-driven professional, I am dedicated to building the kind of community that serves you from where you are right now. So if there's something that you want to learn about, let me know what would help you today. Where are you stuck? Is it your career? Is it, you're not sure how to target or reach out and find new opportunities and you're getting ghosted by recruiters? Is it that you're a recruiter and you're having trouble connecting with great candidates? Or maybe you're a medical sales rep in the field and you need to figure out how to get into that tumor board again that has been closed since COVID. Wherever you are, no question is too silly, no challenge is too small. I want to bring people, experts in their field, people who've done it, those who failed, tried again, and won, to walk you through and be your guide on this amazing journey to being great in medical sales. So welcome to today's Medical Sales Leader. I am thrilled that you're here, and stay tuned because we've got some really exciting stuff for you.